Ever wondered why so many bright entry-level IT candidates don't get the job? It's usually not because they lack technical skills. They fail because they don't prepare strategically. They walk into the interview hoping their resume is enough, but it's not. The key isn't just knowing stuff. It's about knowing how to show what you know. If you're tired of getting rejection emails, stick around, because I am about to break down the exact step-by-step strategy that will make you the candidate they have to hire. First things first, you need to get inside the hiring manager's head. At the entry level, they are not expecting you to be a senior engineer with a decade of experience. That's a common misconception. They're actually looking for 3 core qualities that are far more important. First, your troubleshooting ability. Can you think logically through a problem? Second, your communication skills. Can you explain a technical issue to a non-technical person without making them feel lost? And third, your coachability, or your willingness to learn. Are you open to feedback? And do you have a genuine passion for growing your skills? If you can demonstrate these 3 things, you're already ahead of half the competition. They're hiring for potential, not perfection. So, how do you prepare? Step 1 is to treat the job description like a treasure map. Don't just skim it. Print it out, grab a highlighter, and break it down into 3 main categories: technical skills, soft skills, and specific tools. For technical skills, you might see things like Active Directory, ticketing systems, Windows 10 11s, and networking basics. For soft skills, they'll mention teamwork, communication, or problem solving. For tools, they might list Service, now Jira, or a specific antivirus software. Once you have these lists, your mission is to prepare a specific example from your experience for each one, even if it's from a class project or a personal project. Having a ready-to-go story shows you didn't just read the description, you understood it. This is your study guide for the interview. Next, let's talk about the technical questions. You are almost guaranteed to be asked a few fundamental questions. Prepare for classics, like, what is DNS? And what is DHCP? For DNS, just remember, it's like the internet's phone book. It translates human-readable domain names like google.com into machine-readable IP addresses. For DHCP, it's the system that automatically assigns IP addresses to devices on a network, so you don't have to do it manually. You'll also probably get a scenario question, like how would you troubleshoot a slow computer? Think through the steps logically. Check for resource hogging applications in Task Manager. Run a malware scan. Check for disk space. And see if the issue persists after a reboot. The goal here is not to give a super complex, textbook answer. The goal is clarity. Keep your answers simple, direct, and confident. A clear, correct answer is always better than a complicated, confusing one. Now for what I believe is the most critical part, behavioral questions. At the entry level, these often matter more than the technical ones because they reveal those core qualities we talked about: communication, problem solving, and coachability. You need to use the STAR method. It stands for situation, task, action, and result. For example, if they ask, tell me about a time you solved a difficult problem. Don't just say you fixed something. Frame it with STAR. Situation: a user couldn't log into their account after multiple attempts. Task: my task was to resolve their access issue quickly so they could get back to work. Action: I first checked their account in Active Directory and saw it was locked out due to too many failed password attempts. I verified their identity, unlocked the account, and guided them through resetting their password. Result: the user regained access within minutes, and I documented the ticket with the resolution, closing it successfully. See how that tells a complete story? It's powerful. But what if you don't have professional experience to draw from? You build it. This is step 4. Create a home lab. It sounds intimidating, but it's easier than you think, and it's a massive differentiator. Download a free tool like VirtualBox. From there, you can install a trial version of Windows Server. Now you have a sandbox to play in. Practice creating and managing users in Active Directory. Set up different permissions. Try to break things and then figure out how to fix them. When you can walk into an interview and say, I don't have professional experience with Active Directory, but I set up my own domain controller in my home lab and have been practicing managing user accounts. You instantly go from a candidate with no experience to a proactive, passionate learner. That's a game changer. All right, you've made it to the end of the interview. They ask, do you have any questions for us? Your answer should always be yes, but don't ask about salary or vacation time yet. Ask a smart, strategic question that shows you're thinking about success. My favorite is, what does success look like for someone in this role within the first 90 days? This question is brilliant. It shows you're goal-oriented, you want to make an immediate impact, and you're already thinking about how you can align with the team's objectives. It shifts the dynamic from you being interviewed to you collaborating on your future success with the company. Finally, let's talk about interview psychology. Confidence is not about knowing everything. Nobody expects you to. True confidence in an IT interview is showing that you can remain calm under pressure and logically work through a problem you've never seen before. If you get a question you don't know, don't panic. Say, "That's a great question. I haven't encountered that specific scenario before, but here is how I would start to troubleshoot it." Then, walk them through your logical process. They are testing your thinking, not your memory. So, if you're serious about breaking into it this year, remember that preparation is your ultimate competitive advantage. It's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the most prepared. Follow these steps, and you won't just be another applicant tool, be the solution they've been looking for. For more step-by-step career strategies to help you land your dream job, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.